for everybody to see. And then there's going to be some people that have their notifications on that'll go and you'll start seeing them. They'll pop up right here and they'll just start doing like little message deals. And you'll just see it just bing, 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 bing. And if you catch it on the right amount of time, dude, I'm telling you, it's actually bizarre. I've seen me get up to 36 before, and they're just see. There's my people. What's up, Lisa? What's up, Blazing Flame Christian Channel? How y'all doing today? My mom.
Awesome.
But yes, what's up, y'all? We made it in early today. My grandparents are gone. We don't know where they are, so we're just doing the live right now, getting it over with. And believe it or not, tonight I will actually have enough time to do a Twitch live for the first time at around 7:30. I will have enough time to do a Twitch live at around 7:30 tonight. Please, 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 if you can at all, please be sure to make it to the Twitch. It's literally Brandon7760. My link is in the bio. Click on that link, give that a follow as well, and we can go from there, y'all. Like I said, I will be sure to tell more people that as more people come in. But yes, we will be sure to let people know about that Twitch. Yo, Annie. Annie says hi. What's up, Annie? How are we doing? I was letting these people know today about our Twitch that we finally got. So I'll be going live on Twitch tonight around 7:30. I know some of y'all won't be able to make it because of time differences and everything else. But I will be shooting a live over there at 7:30. And I will be having a blast with the Twitch streams, y'all. With the Twitch stream. No, not Switch. Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is what it's called. Mr. Aura 35. What's good, man? How are we doing today? I see that you are definitely new to the chat, man. What's up, dude? You got 924 subscribers. We love that, man. We love that for you. No, I am not that color. Twitch, yes. It says good. How are you? I'm doing good, man. I'm just glad that some people are actually joining in today. Yo, Bang Chan says hi. Hot Dog says hi. Anderson says sup. Says you look 16 and 28 at the same time. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate that. It says, you know who Pokemon is? Yes, I definitely know Pokemon. It says, yo, what's good, Brandon? It says, how are you? What's up, Connor? You made it in. And then, yo, what's up? Near says, hello, sir. Says, hi, my name is Victor. What's up, Victor? How are we doing today? Welcome to the live, y'all. Welcome to the live. Bring in the chats, y'all, for real. Bring it in. It says, I heard gambling and coke is extremely popular now. Oh, yo. Ken's twin, what's good? How are we doing? It says, love your accent. I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. 31 in chat. Holy smoke, y'all. This is the time to do this. Oh my gosh. Girls Can 2 says hi. And then I don't know what a Carpenter and Julius Caesar walked into a bar. I don't know what's up with that one, but okay. Yo, Indigenous Tales says hi. Y'all, what's up, y'all? Like I said, drop down a comment. I'm going to read through all of them for real. Subscribe if you're new, for real. Like, seriously, I would appreciate it so much. It says, just join. Where are you from? I'm from Texas. Yo, Leomon says hi. All of you people who are in the chat, I have a Twitch. Link in my bio. Go check it out. I will be live streaming again at 7:30. At 7:30 on Twitch. It'll be my first ever live stream there. It says hi, my name is Xander. Xander, what's up, Xander? How we doing? It says hi. TNSCO says hi. It says my name is Nira. Okay. It says homie is stunning. It says sup, brother. How we doing, dance boy? It says, haha, my name is Xander. We love that. It says, what's your favorite color? Or, yeah, what's your favorite color? My favorite color is baby blue and a dark blue as well. I'm loving it. It says, I broke my arm when I was 4. Yikes. It says, love it. It says, do they must to sub to talk to you? Because people say that you sub you most to pay. Really? That's a bummer. I hope not. It says yesterday I did okay. That's cool. It says I'm not supposed to have a phone. Okay. Poor guy says, hey bro. It says, yo, I know you. All right, that's what's up. It says, sup brother. Yo, we had a bunch of people there. It says Jesus loves you. Absolutely, I appreciate that. Love comments like that. Doll dancer, we love that. It says I broke my arm when I was 4. It says hi. It says I subscribed it. Bentley Henley, thank you so much for that subscription. Shout outs to you. It says what content do I post? Most of the time, man, I'm not gonna lie, it's just like trends. It's just trends and everything like that. That's all I do. Can I see your hairline? I don't have a hairline, y'all. Let me see. It says Jesus loves you. It says hi. Everyone loves Coke and gambling Coke. Oh gosh. Jesus loves you. And then Brooke says hi. Yo, love the accent. It says miss my joke, L-man. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. There were so many chats, dude. No, I definitely read your joke. It says I broke my arm when I was 4. It says Jesus not particularly fond of me. Oh, okay. And then we have him saying hi. It says I love your stream, especially when I'm recovering from a knee. Oh yeah, knee surgery. Yeah, I had the week due to my overweight. I'm sorry to hear about the overweight, dude. Molly Puppet says hi. Says I broke my arm when I was 4. Man, you really want me to know you broke your arm when you were 4? Holy smoke, son. Let me see. What time is it there in Texas? It is 3:31 right now currently. It says, are you Mormon? You look like one. No, I'm not a Mormon. Yo, I love your content. Keep it up, man. You're an amazing streamer, super kind person. Thank you, Connor. I appreciate that. Am I Stephen Hawkins? No, I am definitely not. It says, you look British. I'm from Texas. Brooke says, hi. It says, my favorite color is red. We love that for you. It says, hi, my name is Bentley. What's up, Bentley? It says, I'm going to drop a sub. Thank you so much for that, Xander. We appreciate that. Hugo says, hi. It says, this chat is exploding. I know. It says, hey, I have good news. All right. What's your good news? What's your good news, Mia? Welcome into the stream as well. It says, I broke my arm. I'm respot or something like that. It says, intelligence is the reduction of oh my gosh, entropy in the something non-domestic space. Okay, it says, stop spamming these annoying emoji. Oh gosh. And then Brooke, let's go. Says I subscribed so much. Thank you so much for that. Shout outs to you for subscribing. Oh my gosh, my face is returning so red because I forgot to breathe. It says you are cute. Okay, thank you so much, Benny. Let me see. What do I? Oh gosh. What do you put on a Habit 66 or that? I don't know. Let me see. Have a great day. Keep up the great content. Thank you so much, Panini. I appreciate that. It says, what up? I'm the spammer. We love that for you. It says, what basketball team you go for? I'm definitely going for the Dallas Mavs this year because they have Cooper on their team. That's about it. It says a guy is going to say, can I tell a joke? It says I have level 3 cancer. I'm sorry to hear about that for you. Bro says WWW. We appreciate that. W Mans. It says when was the last time? That's one of those spam comments. We're definitely putting that in a timeout. Let me see. Is Texas hot or cold? Hot, brother. Hot. It is terribly hot. It says I look like Diego Forlan. Oh my gosh, bro. I about fell right there. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my gosh. It says great new Brennan. We love that. It says bumping that. Don't say that. There you go. It says I broke my pinky 45 minutes ago. I'm sorry to hear about that for you. Can you shout out my YouTube channel? Yo, I don't mind shouting out YouTube channels. Yo, y'all go subscribe to Summer Phillips for real. Give him a subscription even though I don't know him. It says, oh no, it says I dropped a sub. GeoPlace, thank you so much for that subscription. Shout outs to you. It says, sorry, gotta go. I'll join back whenever I can. You're an amazing, you're kind, love your videos. Thank you, man. I appreciate that so much. It says, what's up, bro? This guy deserves love and respect. Thank you so much for that. Is that Ihas? Ahas? Sorry about that. Oh, let me see. Connor Naya says, I saw my parents. Okay. Were you groomed? No, definitely not. Yo, do you work? Yes, I actually just got off of work, believe it or not. It says, my good news is I had my first kiss today at school. We love that for you. Drop a sub right now. Help him hit 1K. Dude, I'm pinning that. I'm not even joking. I'm pinning that for real. Dude, oh my gosh. Y'all. It says, yo, I'm back. Oh my goodness. Says I sub Johnny. Yo, Johnny Carsley, thank you so much for the subscription, man. Says Benjamin. It says I have. Okay, that's a bummer. Says W, bro. It says please don't spam people. Does Texas have? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. I'm not gonna finish that. It says W, bro. It says it's already hot. I'm from Australia. We love that. We love the people from Australia. It says I might have just got my best drawing ever. We love that. It says, bro, I'm back. What's up, Lynn? You made it back in. We thank you so much for joining in again. Yo, Hot Dog says I crashed my electric scooter and broke my pinky. Dude, that actually sucks for real. Sarah says hi. It says, hi, bro. You look very handsome. I appreciate that. Thank you again. Let me see. Is there any good? Definitely not. Let me see. Can you shout out my name? Jeffrey Epstein. Oh my gosh. Shout outs to Jeffrey Epstein. I can't believe we're saying that for the username purposes. Says no. Says hi. Bentley's going there. Nice. Dingus. I like that. I like that name. Says hi. It says Jeffrey again. Lol. It says can you give my channel a shout out? Yeah, shout out to Benjamin Lowe. Is that what that is? Benjamin Lowe. Go subscribe to him as well, even though I don't know him. I'd appreciate it if y'all did. It says random post says hi, what's up? Greetings from New Zealand. Yo, more fish says hi. It says you seem like you can go far. You seem like you can go far. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Thank you so much for that. It says, can I get a shout out? Yeah, shout out to Dingus127. I never thought I'd say that. That's crazy. I don't know where it's at in Texas, man. It's just gone. Let me see. You play any games? I like to play Madden. I like to play a Fortnite every once in a while. Call of Duty Mobile, things like that. It says you look handsome. Thank you again. Let me. You're such a nice man, but not many people see that. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much for your kind words. Let me see. I hear people speaking Hebrew under the floorboards. Okay, you need to get that checked. Can I get a shout out? Gave that one to you. It says, bro, remember me? Absolutely, Lynn. I could never forget you. It says, sorry, I got to go. I love your videos, and I'm going now. You have a good one. It says, my dad died in September 19, 2025. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. It says, thank you. It says, I drank a bottle of lotion because my throat was dry. Okay, it says, I'm back. Bro, sleep. Oops, I spelled it wrong. It says, I'll write it again. Yo, Birdflies made it in again to another chat. It says, hi. Yo, I pulled the fire alarm at school. Aura Lang made it in again. Lynn Patterson, remember me? Yes, like I said, from our last lives, absolutely. Nobody prays for him. Nobody needs to pray for Satan, though. He's already in eternal damnation, which sucks to be him, but that's what he gets. I wish I could support, but you're broke. You're good, dude. You're good, man. Just you joining in on the live, man. I appreciate it. I'm not going to lie. I am going to have to remove that, though, just because of what you had said. But other than that, that's it. Let me see. It says, everybody drop a sub to Brandon to get him to 100, or to, I said 100K. 1K. Let's start with 1K, then go up to 100K. There we go. Yeah, get me to 1K. I'd love that, y'all. It says, hey, Jesus loves you, and I appreciate those comments, y'all. I really do. It says, everybody sub to Brandon, help him get to 1K. Actually, I'm gonna pin that one. I'm gonna replace it, and I'm gonna pin it with that one. It says, everyone sub to this guy. He's an amazing person. It says, hi. Yo, Mr. Ratmaker says hello. It says, can you shout me out? Shout outs to Madrid. It says, did he do? Oh, gosh. It says, what's up, dude? It says, bro, I have a PS5. It says, yo, Expo the GOAT. It says, I'm back from yesterday. I remember you. It says, Pink Vinny Dog. Oh, gosh. Greetings from Africa. We love that. Jordan, we're removing that one. Let me see. It says, stay this gentle and kind. You're doing it great. It helps me, and I think a lot of other people too. I appreciate that, Annie. Thank you for that. It says, God bless you, brother. I appreciate that. It says, I play COD. Really? It says, love, brother, sending good fortune your way. I appreciate that, Jack Good Enough. Thank you. Braxton says hi. It says, can you make me moderator? Sadly, when you ask, I don't make people moderators. Let's see. Ava says hi. It says, what's my favorite food? I'm a basic white dude. I love burritos, burgers, pizza, all that kind of stuff. It says, love from Florida, just passing through. Thought I'd leave a comment. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate the comments. It says, my auntie died years ago. I'm sorry to hear that. Jesus loves you. Absolutely. I appreciate that. Let me see. What days do I film? I film every day. I do a live every single day. It says sleep. I don't know what that is. It says Jesus loves everyone in this stream. Absolutely. Jesus loves you. It says it's my dad's birthday. Yo, Emmanuel Santos' dad. Happy birthday to you. Yo, Kenzie Kayla is crazy. Oh, throwback to yesterday's stream was awesome. Yo, it says that, and then it says Jesus loves you. Oh my goodness. It says, yo, thank you for pinning comment. Absolutely, dude. It says, hi, first time watching your live. Yo, Caroline, thank you so much for joining into the live. I just read everybody's comments. That's all I do. Penny says, hey, what's good? Let me see. I like your roof. Thank you so much for that. It says, what did we talk about? We just read through comments, y'all. Whatever the comments are, that's what we read through. Olivia says, hi. Yo, Indigenous says, I'm from Jamaica. We love that for you. Johnny says hi. Yo, Abraham Lincoln should never free. Oh gosh. Let me see. Potatoes and burritos. Absolutely. It says hi. It says yo gang. What's good? I don't want to say Ligma. That's crazy. Let me see. And my comment is you better keep my homeless people. Jesus loves you because he was homeless. Jesus Christ. You better love the Bible. Okay. Let me see. First time watching. You seem nice. I appreciate that. I really do, y'all. I'm just trying to read everybody's comments, trying to make everyone feel welcome. But for once, we have had a lot of people flood in, which I love that. Thank y'all so much for doing this. I appreciate every single one of you for being in this chat. Like I said, y'all, if y'all want to, I'm going to have a stream going on Twitch at 7:30 tonight. Be sure to join, y'all. If y'all want to hit up donations, I know I don't have super chats yet. Y'all can go to a link in my bio. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. You can do that if you want to. You don't have to. I'm not forcing that, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. And then it says Gordon has skin and eats fish skin. Okay. It says hello. Yo, it says, do you know the sport AFL? What is AFL exactly? Now, let me see. It says, I'll be here for every stream. We love that. It says, it says, I'm back. I'm just scrolling around. We love that for you. It says, judging homeless people, dude. Definitely not. Just reading through comments. Let me see. Burrito or fire? Absolutely. Hi from North Korea. Wow, I'm shocked you even have access. That's crazy. We love that for you, though. It says, no, you're not, bro. It says, I'm being held against my will under the Jewish quarter in New York. Wow. It says, hi, footy. Let me see. My comment is my comment is you judge homeless people. I recognize you from somewhere, but I don't appreciate you preaching this online. I don't know what in the world you're talking about, but okay. Let me see here. Yo, Preston, what's up, dude? We're in a fire chat today, man, as you can see. Dude, we pulled up to 31 today. Oh my gosh. It says, is this guy squatting? No, y'all. No, I'm not squatting by any means. I just have like a bench that I'm sitting on. That's all. Let me see here. It says free. Okay. Let me see. It says, what's up, SA from the 13th Street? It says, no, I do not do that. Let me see. I'm watching the Twitch stream. We love that for you. It says that. It says, I'll be there for sure. Let's go. Let's go. It says, God bless you. You seem so nice. I live in England, so hey from England. What's up? We're going to say hey from Texas today. Absolutely. We'll even give you the friendly wave. It says, shout me out. It says, shout me out, Ray. The legend. Shout out to the legend. We love that. It says, am I going to play games today? Probably not. Oh, wow. I just did a clip short by accident. Let me see. Have you completed? No, I have not. Let me see. I love this. Okay. Love you so much. And it says, love you so much for you. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. It says, shout me out. I did, the legend. Absolutely. It says, it's like a football, but Australian? Really? We don't wear protective gear? Wow. It says, stop spamming. Y'all can delete those if you need to. Let me see. I'm from Brooklyn, but I never see that much mugging or drug dealing or dealing drugs. That's awesome. We love that for you. It says, hey, what's up, man? Long time no see. Yeah, what's up, Rock Talk? How we doing? It says, love you so much for your... Okay. It says, I agree, but please no politics. It says no politics. Yeah. I mean, I'll do it every once in a while, but it's not often. It says, you seem like a humble guy. I appreciate that, man. Life does hit a lot of people often at times. And then you just learn to roll with the punches, man. You just learn to deal with it. But I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate those kind of comments. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. It says, what phone do I have? I have an iPhone 12. Let me see, because that's under my house. Let me see. Have you seen the trailer for the Steven Spielberg movie? No, I have not. Let me see. You from Texas, dog? Yes, I absolutely am. It says calling cops. Love that. It says Trump. We love that. Let me see. Have I been to HEB? Yes, I absolutely have been to HEB. I love it. It says I'm going to include real alien technology and it will reveal to the world. We love that. It says, bro, that's for sure. I'm going to be going live later on. Finally, I'll definitely be in yours too, Preston. I will be in yours. Speaking of which, y'all, please, y'all, if y'all are new to this channel and y'all like what y'all see here, please go subscribe to Preston Tannehill at Preston Tannehill 5233. Please, y'all, be sure to hit him up with the subscription. He needs it. He's already past 50, but he needs more. Get him to 100, y'all. It says, gosh, you're cute. Oh, gosh, y'all, people are something else. It says, shout me, please. Shout out you. Let me see. Yeah, Banana Man. We love that. Shout outs to you. It says that one ghost says, hey, it says MAGA Trump. We love that. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday, John. Let me see. What is the best? I have no idea. Let me see. Do I live in a basement? No, I do not. And John says, hi. Says, what phone do I have? I have a 12, of course. Let me see. It says, sorry, I can't make the Twitch stream. You're good, man. I'll be doing that at 7:30 tonight. Let me see here. Trump or Biden, I've already made my comments on that. It says, I don't know how late the Twitch stream is in my country, so I don't know. You'll be good. Y'all are all right, for real, for real. It says, shout me out, please. Jocelyn Jacqueline, shout outs to you. And it says, same. Y'all are good. I'm just making mention of it, just so that way y'all know. And then let me see here. Nana says, nice. Says, bro, you slow reader. I know, dude. I'm trying so hard to read everybody's comments, but it just keeps on bow, 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 bow. It says, so Brandon, what's up, man? Let me see. Hey, I'm going through a breakup. Any advice? My advice to you, man, is to simply go get your mind off of every kind of breakup that's going on. Whether that be working out, going for a stroll in the park, in the like whatever the case may be, just going and getting your mind off of the breakup. That's my best advice to you. Says hi. Everybody say nice. You get further in your life by saying nice. Yeah, that is definitely true. Hi, my name is Victor. What's up, Victor? Can you shout me out, please, in your Twitch stream as Hot Dog 1? Yeah, dude, absolutely. Let me see. What is my favorite Fortnite skin? Dude, honestly, I just have the regular OG Fortnite skin. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did enjoy the fish one though. The fish costume like one. It was awesome. It says, all right, I'll sub. We love that for you, man. We love that. Shout outs to Xander for subscribing. We appreciate that. It says, bro, are you really using an iPhone 12? Please shout out. Let me see. Sonia Davids, shout outs to you. It says, my birthday is January 9th. We love that for you. Happy early birthday to you. It says, I like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to you, Victor. Thank you so much for that. It says, do you like Post Malone? It says, Post Malone's all right. It says, I'm sick. Sorry to hear about that. It says, greetings from Finland. Wow, we got some people from Finland. Let's go. It says, hola, handsome. What's up? It says, wooden house. It says, you ain't a slow reader, bro. Like I said, I'm just trying to read them, dude. It says, it's giving, let me see. It's just YouTube giving him the comment slow, right? It says, back again, I sub, please shout out to Oliver Caldwell for subscribing. Thank you so much for that. It says, I got kidnapped by Trump. And he said Trump and Biden. I said Biden. He shot me. Oh, gosh. It says, thanks. It says, Screamer. Let me see. If he shot you, how are you commenting? No joke. It says, I go to sleep. This is a better time for me for the live. See you next live. Yeah, y'all, I'm definitely going to do this one again at this time. I'm not even joking. K40K, it says, I'm very, right now, don't even know what that is, since I love watching streams while I'm on, okay. Cordilla says, I'm going to crash out so bad. You're good, you're good. It says, you're chopped, bro. Absolutely, I know. I know. Let me see, do I have any pets? I have 2 pets. I have 1 dog, no, I have 2 dogs. Sorry about that. 2 dogs. No, I'm definitely not. It says, shout out my cousin Peter something. Peter Mall Peter Mall. I'm not going to finish the rest of that. Let me see. Someone say 40K. Let me see. Everyone sub to Mia says, hey. Says, no, I'm definitely not going to give a shout out to that. Let me see. I have a turtle. Let me see. You good, bro? Love from Pakistan. Appreciate that. It says, why are mountains funny? Just because they are. Let me see here. We are going to simply go like this. Go right there. There we go. Let me see. It says, I'm from India. It says, why? It says, name an NFL player for an edit. Ooh, name an NFL player for an edit. Dude, we're gonna have to name Tyreek Hill. Do Tyreek Hill, dude. That would be a good edit. It says, I still haven't gotten 1 subscriber. You'll get there. Christopher says, hi. It says, no, don't say that. Let me see. It says, are you from Canada? No, I'm from Texas, believe it or not. Let me see. Because you're hilarious. Okay. Y'all, if y'all are new here, I see we have 27 in the chat, which we love that right now. I will be doing a Twitch live tonight at 7:30. And also, y'all, to those of you who are new, who want to donate, do everything like that, go to the link in my bio. Buy me a coffee. Y'all can do that. I'd appreciate it too. Thank y'all so much for doing what y'all are doing. Thank you for the comment. Seriously, I appreciate every single comment that y'all are giving right now. Do you like the Texans or the other team? Definitely going to have to go with the Texans, believe it or not, because they're actually doing pretty fire this year. You're British? No, I'm definitely a Texan, believe it or not. It says, don't say the import guys can't be flooding the stream with inappropriate comments to an innocent man. I appreciate that, dude. It says, no. It says, good night, bro. It's 3:30 a.m. Golly, y'all are crazy for staying on at 3:30 a.m. I'm not going to lie to you, but thank you for staying on. It says, what do you call German Nazis? Oh, gosh. Help me, Lord. It says, I'm an artist from Nigeria. We love that for you. It says, what advice would you give to the new generation? Have some grit, have some determination, have some persistence, and you'll get really far in this life. Persistency and consistency is the 2 keys in this life to absolutely find success no matter what. It says, last time I was here, you had 213 subs, and now you have 500 subs plus. Absolutely, yeah, man. What can I say, dude? YouTube's finally giving us some good deals. It says, hello, bro. What's up, man? It says, where am I from? I'm from Texas. I am from Texas. Let me see. It says, like and subscribe everyone now to Brandon right now to help him reach 1K subscribers. I would love that. It says, a homeless guy is chasing me. I said, pray to you. He's chasing me for beer, and I'm in my motel right now calling for the police. Okay. He's from Texas. Absolutely. Says, okay. Get to catch a breather for just a second before YouTube, boom, hits me again with another good, what you want to call it, another good wave. Yes, it says I'm a blue whale. We love that for you. Should I play football or baseball? I've played baseball since I was 5 years old, and I hit home run on my last game. Definitely baseball. How's your cook? That's a bummer. It says, I'm from India. What country do you come from? So I could start my curry business for real. Definitely the United States of America is my origin. How can you deal from a record rebel? How can I get a deal from a record rebel? That's a good question, man. Maybe write him a letter or something like that. I don't know. Let me see. There's something behind you. Oh, yes. We love that. Let me see. Drink some water. You have been reading comments for 20 plus minutes. No joke, dude. It says you look like Pennywise. I don't know if I take that as a compliment or what, because Pennywise was doused up with makeup. Let me see. Ashley Lake says hi. It says, sir, you remember me of Teddy Roosevelt, the Sabrina Carpenter. Okay. Definitely new to the chat. Let me see. What's my favorite band? Ooh, I don't really have a favorite band, believe it or not. I can be even more Megamind if you want me to be. Ariel says hi, what's up? Sub to Real Void says hi, what's up? Y'all, I am appreciating all of these comments for real. I know, it's crazy. It says, yo, Brennan, I gotta go. Hope I can make the next stream. Absolutely, man. I appreciate you joining in. Thank you so much for the subscription, too. How old am I? I'm 19. Let me see. Do I like tikka something and butter chicken from my Indian hut? I'm sure that would be really delicious. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see. Let me see. Hard to get a record label. Who can reply to my letter? I have no idea. It says you have 593 subscribers. Holy smokes, y'all. That's insane work. I like oldie Beatles. Absolutely. Those are pretty good. It says my toes are cold. No idea what the stream is about. But I guess you're cool. I appreciate that, bro. I love that. Absolutely. I appreciate that, y'all. Let me see. What do I think about Looks Maxine? I have no idea what that is. It says, hi, you are very nice. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. I really do. I try my best to be. Let me see here. It says, what is it like in Texas? Because I live in England. Texas is very, very humid, especially down in the southern part where I live. It's crazy, y'all. Messy. Okay, it says, I'll sub if you shout me out. Shout outs to Angie West 8682. Shout outs to you. Thank you for the subscription. Ariel says, Lowell says ADHD. It says, hey boy, what's up? It says, hi, I love you. All right, I appreciate that, Miko. Thank you. It says, what's your Twitch stream name? Link is in the bio. Link is in my bio. Check it out. Let me see. Are you LDS Mormon? No, I'm definitely not. You smoke Mary Jane? No, I do not. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm enjoying my life. It's fantastic right now, y'all. And like I said, another link in my bio is a buy me a coffee. If you want to do that, y'all definitely can. I'm not forcing that. I just let everybody know that link is in the bio. And it says, what color is cow? I have no idea, honest to God. Okay. Sure. Injury, reckless, causing energy or injury. Okay. Are you embarrassed by your president's behavior? Not at all. Not at all. Let me see. Texas is the best state to live in. Absolutely. It says, I will sub if you shout me out. Shout outs to Wyatt. Does it say Wyatt Thickpin? Yeah, Wyatt Thickpin. Yeah, shout outs to you, man. It says, come on, assault simple. No. This is battery verbal assault. Okay. That was something in your heart as your... Oh, have you accepted Jesus Christ in your heart as your personal Lord and Savior? Yes, I definitely have. But I've been filled with the Holy Ghost, so there's a big difference between what you just said and what I live. Let me see. What do you want to be when I go into a university? Definitely want to go for finance and bankers and whatnot. We have 31 in the chat. Holy smokes, y'all. We are loving this right now. It says, hey, everybody, y'all that are in the subscription and in the chat, please drop a comment down. I read every one of them. Most of them. Ones that aren't spams. And also, please give me a subscription as well. Check out my bios, y'all. Please check out the links in my bios. I have a Twitch going on, and then I also have a buy me a coffee deal if y'all want to. Y'all definitely can. You don't have to, but we just let everybody know. It says, hey, it says, you should trade. And let me see, it says, Dragon Ball, says, you're cute. It says, how are you? I'm doing fantastic, man, considering I'm having so many people in the stream. I'm loving this right now, y'all. This has got to be my favorite stream. Let me see, do I play cricket? No, but I've heard that is a fun game with the bats and everything. I'm loving that. It says, I'm commenting those. Nice. It says, today it snowed, and I got a big bucket full of snow, and you know what I did? I get it. And I pulled down my friend's back and he fell because it was so funny. Nice. It says, we are the federal government. We have your location and we will be arriving shortly, and we will take you to Area 51 where we can extract the loose from your brain. Thank you so much. Please do so. I'd love that if y'all came to my place. Let me see. Can I get a hi? What's up? we can definitely give you a high. Sell me, I guess. Let me see part 3 after what happened. Let me see. I'm in the motel. Rubble's ripped John. Nice, bro's giving us a story. We love that. It says, click on this link and I'll take. Let me see, and I'll take all your money. I mean, play a game. It says hi. It says you deserve the sub I give you, or I gave you. Thank you so much, Wyatt. Shout out to you for subscribing. Thank you, my man. It says, sup, my boy. What's up, Sickle? Let me see, do Texans celebrate their real heritage? German Americans here in the CA town of their German American Heritage Festival. So Italians and do Dutch, do you celebrate your Euro heritage? No, I definitely do not. I haven't done that yet. It says, I just gave you a follow on Twitch. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. Shout outs to Hot Dog for giving us a follow on Twitch. Thank you. Actually, there's a coffee. It says, can you add me on Fortnite? I need to get my console back up and running, and we might just do that. Sorry Zone says, hi. Let me see. It says, I'm your mom. Are you coming home anytime soon? I'm already home. Let me see. You look like this actor. Let me see. What hobos do you know? What? How is Texas? I love your excitement. Do you support Trump? Well, to answer the question, since you did ask, I absolutely do. Yeah, it says, I love you. It says, hey, I'm here. I was here last live. Yes, you were. You absolutely were. The most random K. I love that. It says part 4I. Oh, gosh. It says, hi. It says, happy Monday, Zadie Brandon. What's up, Neva? Let me see here. Where am I from? I'm from Texas. It says, you look like this actor. What's up, man? It says, you look like a crazy churro guy, right? It says, do I know... Oh, my gosh. Do you know Stray Kids? Everybody says I look like a dude from Stray Kids. Let me see. Yes, I do. It says, I gave you 50... Gave me 50 what? I gave you 50 what? What are you talking about? You gave me 50. Let me see. This Iris is onto us. Yeah, for real, dude. Happy Monday, though, for real. Same to you, man. It says, do I know Stray Kids? It says, hi. It says, do you remember me? Ella, I can't forget you. Yes, I do remember. It says, I changed my username from Little Miss Random Creator to my username now. I was going to say that, too. I really was, but there were so many comments that were going down. Let me see, do I know Stray Kids? Yes, I absolutely do. It says, sir, click on the link. There is a version, version on your computer. Okay, let me see. It says, you do. Let me see. Yo, something Kyofin or something like that. It says, do I eat? No, I do not. Let me see. You knows. Yifin? Is that what that is? I don't even know what that is. It says Iris is after the Serbian. It says, do I know? No, I do not. It says, I look like from Stray Kids. Oh my gosh. It says, you know them. It says, thanks for the money, 10 mil. Oh gosh. You know them? No, I do not. It says, the IRS is hunting Sabine. Okay. Lizards says, fa. I remember that. Let me see here. Oh my gosh. It says, I liked and subs. Shout outs to Dylan for liking and subscribing. Thank you so much. A ninja is... Oh God, help me, please. A ninja is coming. I built an Iron Man suit and flying over Texas. A ninja has kidnapped my family and I'm broke and Area 51 is on me too. Oh my gosh. It says, no, I do not. Happy New Bar. I don't know what that is. It says, hi. It says, I'm very indecisive and I do a lot of name changes. We love that for you. Ella says, hi. It says, I'm here, Stray Kids. It says, you look like Felix from Stray Kids. Everybody says I look like Felix from Stray Kids. It says, your face is covered by the chat. I know, y'all. It's covered by the chat. There's so many chats, and I'm loving this. It says, I liked and sub. Again, shout outs to Dylan for doing so. Oh, yo, Black Knight says, hello. It says, do I have any Yinling secret? No, I do not. Skateboy says, hi. It says, I'm streaming on Twitch. Really? We love that for you. We definitely love that for you, Hot Dog. Verified YouTuber. Yo. Baron says, hi. It says, is the IRS taking me a Dragon Ball Z collection? I don't know. Yo. Ooh. Yo. Kobe. What's up, man? Yo, I would love it if these big YouTubers keep on subscribing, y'all. That would be such a blast. I would love that if you did that. Farron says I sub. Thank you so much. W Trace Kids love that. It says hi. It says you're way popular now for no reason. Like it's crazy. It says, can you donate $1 for Indian curry for the youth? I'm not 100% sure on that. It says yes, you do. Stray Kids. It says I'm the guy who ate 5 turkeys. I remember you. It says hi. It says shout me out. It says you are Felix from Stray Kids undercover. There we go. Oh my goodness. It says hi, Brendan. It says how are you? I'm doing great, y'all. A verified YouTuber just came into the chat, so I'm loving my life. Meow meow. We love that for you. Let me see. It says that's better. Keep your face above the chat. Appreciate it. It says are you from Stray Kids? Everybody says I'm from Stray Kids at this point. It says also you might want to scroll down because you are reading the messages after people send them. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, okay. It says, have a good one. Love your vibe, man. I appreciate that. Oh! Dude, Colby, thank you so much, bro. Shout outs to Colby Home for subscribing, y'all. Go subscribe to him, too. If you're not already subscribed to him, go subscribe to him right now. Seriously. It says, Bren, I'm in the hospital. I'm so sorry to hear about that. It says, why would you say that? What music do I like? I like what we would call Christian apostolic music. It's really good. It says have a good one. Love your vibe, man. I appreciate that, y'all. It says yo, I'm taking that. It says yo, that's awesome, man. It says Hunter says hi. Stray Kids. It says you're going to make me leave. Okay, it says, do I watch football or soccer? Believe it or not, no, I do not. It says, am I from Stray Kids? Everybody says I'm from Stray Kids, y'all. Let me see. It says, something's wrong. My cat is talking to me. Yo, you need to record that so you can get some money. Ebony says, yo, let me see. Live Energy recognizes Live Energy. Just hit the like and left love in the chat. Much respect to this creator. And all who respect the art. I'm live too right now. Let's build. Dude, I appreciate that so much. How to spell Mark? Yo, dude, 79K subscribers just randomly just pops in. We love that. Thank you so much for that. It says sub to Colby. There you go. It says, guess what? I'm almost at 100 subs. Congratulations. We love that for you. Daniel says, yo, I just subbed. Shout outs to Daniel for subscribing. Thank you so much for that. It says, I'm talking to Mass. Double support him. Yo, I appreciate that, y'all. I really do. I really do. It says, it's my birthday. Yo, Ebony, happy birthday to you. Dude, we got a bunch of people in this chat today. It is lively, son. It says, I saw an edit of you. Whoa. It says, live from someone asked, are you Felix from Stray Kids? So search you, and here I am now. We love that. Okay, we'll take it. However, we got to do it. It says, Brendan, I got Summit Cancer. It says, when is your birthday? My birthday is February 11th, y'all. Let me see. It says, I'm still here. We love that. Thank you so much for staying in the chat, y'all. And then it says, the most random case says, hi. They say, hi. It says, I have to go. I sub bless India. You are so nice, and I will always watch your live stream starting now. Thank you so much for that, Banana Mama. Thank you. It says, are you logged in, twin? I definitely am. I haven't blinked in a while. I know, y'all. It says, to ball in, we all have to ball in. Absolutely. It says, I subscribe. Thank you so much, Bonnie, for subscribing. It says, bye-bye. It says, Kid or Kayla. Let me see. It says, I only have 1 follower. Should I give up on Twitch? No, dude. Be consistent and persistent. I promise you, dude. It will work out for you. It says, my cat just spawned. It says, I'm running. It says, why did you open a YouTube channel? Honestly, I just opened it just for funs, just for kicks and giggles. But, you know, it was just a blast. That's just how I did it. It's just out of random curiosity. I was like, oh, let's just do it. It's cool. It says, cool. You like mod me. It says, I've been in the past few lives and I'm subbed. You don't have to. I'll think about it. Let me see. It says, mine is February 8th. We love that for you. It says, haha, you're Felix. Haha, my bias. Haha, from Stray Kids. Oh, gosh. It says, can y'all go back to part 5? Oh, gosh. It says, I am weird. Okay. It says, this pizza guy again. Oh, Lord. It says, queso jump. My house is gone. Oh, gosh. It says, how long have I been living? I've been living for 45 minutes and I've been reading chat straight through. Like, holy smokes. It says, can you give me a quote of the day for my Indian students before you leave? Quote of the day is this: if you want to change the world, first change yourself. Let me see here. It says pizza or burgers. Definitely going with pizza all the way. Love that. It says like being live. I love being live, y'all. And I appreciate the 36 likes y'all have given me. The like 31 plus people that showed up. A verified YouTuber subscribed, y'all. We're having a great day today. I'm telling you. It says, are you from Australia? No, I'm from Texas, believe it or not. It says, hi Tabitha, what's up? Say hi, Tabitha. What's up, Tabitha? It says, if you want to visit a country outside of the U.S., where will it be? Definitely Ireland, Scotland, the U.K. I'd love to visit those kind of places. What's my favorite song lyric? Great Jehovah by Indiana Bible College, which is awesome. Okay, says that. Are we think? I don't know what that is. Let me see. Watch out, cases coming to your location, right? It says, what is your middle name? Classified. Let me see here. You should get a chaplain mustache. No, definitely not. Let me see. Have you watched anime? No. I've watched one anime before, and that's about it. It says, bro, you're on a roll. Dude, I'm telling you, these people are on a roll, Preston. I'm telling you, these people are on a roll. It's not me, it's them. Holy smoke, I'm glad that I put my phone on the charger, or else my phone would have been dead. But I love it, y'all. I wish every live would be like this. This is phenomenal. It says, my students want you to sing Michael Jackson. Oh gosh. Let me see. It says, I am Charlie. Look at my neck, boy. There's no way you actually... There's no way you photoed that, dude. Dude, that's wild work. Yeah, I saw you, but now I don't. That's not cool. Let me see here. It says I'm a YouTuber, but I don't have any videos. Only 136 subscribers. I looked at that. I wondered how in the world you got that. It says, I just love the stream, bro. Thank you so much. You're something like that? That's legit. Do I have a favorite or dream car? Absolutely. A Ford GT40. Look it up, y'all. It is the finest looking car. Or the McLaren 650. Oh my gosh. The McLaren RC 650. Look it up, y'all. It is fantastic. It says, hi from England. We love that. It says, I wish I was a verified YouTuber so you could have more verified people sub to you. I already have like 5. It's crazy, y'all. We have had 5 spikes in this one YouTube video. 5 spikes of people being over 20. I am loving this chat, y'all. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are so awesome. I love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all so much for supporting this channel. Those who have supported for a long time and those of you who are just now joining, thank you so much. It says, go cast some movie as some main character. It says, hello from UK. It says, I'm about to go live. Wish me luck. Absolutely. It says, Stray Kids. It says, High Classified. I love that. Using that from the middle name. It says, you look like Ban Shin from Stray Kids. Michael Jackson, which I could never do. It says, Stray Kids everywhere, all around the world. Oh gosh. It says, I look like Ban Chen from Stray Kids. I'm gonna have to look up Stray Kids, or Stray Kids. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And it says, hi, what's up? Everywhere around the world. It says, what is Stray Kids? It says, hi. It says, let's go. Let's get right into 1K subscribers. Thank y'all so much for that. K-pop binge Stray Kids, y'all. That's crazy. It says, hi. It says, sing an Indian song for the edit, please. Do it. My students will edit it. Sadly, I don't know any Indian song. I really don't. It says, and he stays here. It says, what is your favorite food? I'm honestly going to default to pizza or whatnot. I love it, though. And it says, Roblox says hi. Yo, says hi. It says, can I be mod here? Been in the last stream. I'll be here for every stream. Don't have to. Eventually, I will. says hi from Norway. It says you look like Felix from Stray Kids. Everybody says I look like Felix from Stray Kids. Like, dude, I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna look this up after I get off this live stream, just to see what y'all are talking about. Let me see here. It says I won't go live until you say hot dogs are the best. Hot dogs, honest to God, are delicious. I'm not gonna say they're the best, but hot dogs are really good. It says fun fact: some people might not know this is the UK flag, UK, and this is the England flag. We love that. It says, why are you stealing Madra? I don't even know what that is, but okay. It says, hello, man. How's your day? I'm enjoying my day, man. I'm loving it, dude. Had a verified YouTuber come in, subscribed, have 41 likes on this. I've had 5 spikes in one video. Y'all, I can't ask for better today. This is just a great day. This makes up for the day that I had. It says, let's go, Brandon. We love that. This is you get. No, I'm not. Let me see. Are wristwatches like Swiss watches? Definitely not. Wristwatches go around the wrist. Let me see. There's something behind you. It says, can you say hi? I can definitely say hi. 608 subscribers. Holy smokes, y'all. What did we do? Get like 26 or something? Like, oh my gosh. 26 subscribers in one video. Is that what we got? Holy smokes. Thank y'all. Thank each and every one of you. This is going to be my most liked live. I'm not even joking. This is going to be the most views, the most likes. This is going to be my best stream. This one today. And then we're doing a Twitch live stream later tonight at like around 7:30. We love that. Let me see. It says, are you from the country Africa? No, I am not. It says Black Thing. Let me see. This is my 5th live I have been in. Yeah, dude. And you're really close to being a mod. I'm not going to lie. It says, I'm going live now. We love that. It says, do I support BLM and LGBTQ? Does it look like I support them? Let me see here. It says, do you live stream every day? Every single day. Am I gay? No, I'm not. Let me see. It says, hi. It says, man, you tweaking. Absolutely. Let me see how many subscribers you have. Apparently, I have 608, which is crazy. I'm loving that. It says, "Can I get a shout out for my daughter? Her name is." No. Shout outs to Penny. Shout outs to Penny for that. Shout outs to Penny. It says, "Do I prefer hustling or university?" Probably gonna go hustling if I'm being honest with you. Yo, Natty Lady says hi. It says, "Are you single?" Yes, I am. Guess my age based off my profile. I'm gonna guess 11. Off of your profile, I'm gonna guess 11. I could totally be wrong. It says with the teeth. I can't do that one. It says, can I get a shout out for my daughter, Penny? Yeah, there you go. It says, do I like Stranger Things? Stranger Things is all right. I'm not gonna lie. It has been a long series, so you know. It's not something that I like, but it's something that I can deal with. Let me see. It says hi. It says the most something. It says you're 12. Let me see. It says my family got kidnapped by a ninja. I need karate lessons. Oh Lord. It says hi. Yo. Pablo X Goat. Yo. He says love from India. Appreciate that. It says how much for mod? You'll get it pretty soon, man. I'm telling you. It says if this was your favorite live, geez, I feel lucky to be a part of it. Dude, for real. I appreciate it. Love from India. Thank you so much for that. It says, am I German? No, I'm not. But some of them say I have Dutch in me. Jeremy says, hi, I'm new here and I already liking your channel. Thank you. It says, my name is Lily. So can you shout me out, please? I've never been shouted out on a channel. Well, shout outs to Lily. Thank you so much for being a part of my greatest live yet. Thank you for joining. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Let's make that 6 spikes in one video. Y'all are so awesome. Y'all are literally so awesome. Holy smokes. It says, hi, I'm new here. Yes, we did that one. It says, I got jumped today. Yikes. It says, am I Irish? No, I am not. It says, let me see, Tater Horde. Nice. Says hi. Says shout me out. Sawyer something. Shout out to Sawyer. Let me see. Is this the? No, it's not. Let me see. It says nah. You actually got it. 11. That's crazy. No shot. I can't believe I got that right. Let me see. It says love from India. It says shout me out subbed. Thank you so much. Shout outs to Sawyer for subscribing. Thank you. It says John McIrish. Oh gosh. It says, can I have a shout out? Shout outs to Tater Hod. Let me see. Love from India. It says shout me out and sub. It says shout me out sub. Let me see. It says I have one viewer on my live. Or am I Irish? No, I'm not. It says shout me out sub. Let's go. It says what things you want to change or gain while being young. Honestly, I want to change where I'm working, and I want to be a verified YouTuber. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hi from Canada. Yeah, we got another Canadian. Let's go. We love our Canadian subscriptions just as well as every other subscription we get. Let me see. It says, please, that would be amazing. Oh, what? Yeah, I'll be done here in a few more minutes. Let me see. It says, oh gosh. Let me see. It says, hi, my name is James. What's up, James? Let me see. It says, I'm experienced glazing. Oh God, help us. Can you please say hi? It says, hi, Skylar. Yo, what's up, Skylar? It says, please answer me. No, I'm definitely not answering yours. Let me see. It says, I love your Irish accent. Okay, I didn't know that I had an Irish accent. Okay. Yeah, it says, what's up, bro? It says, what's your favorite Stranger Things character? Honestly, I don't watch it enough to be able to have that. Yo, Patty says, I subbed and liked. Thank you so much for that. It says, love from Pakistan. It says, hi. It says, please say hello to me. What's up, Leon? It says, no, shout me out. I'm sorry, Nick. We're going to shout you out like that. It says, hi. It says, hi. It says, I'm a Canadian. We love that. It says, if I had 3 wishes, what will it be? That I'd be a verified YouTuber, that y'all would continue to support, and that we would continue to grow. Let me see here. It says, I subbed a couple months ago. W, I watched one of your lives, and this is my 4th one. W, Brandon, trying to get mod. We love that for you. Let me see. It says, if you work out, what muscle groups you prefer to train? Definitely biceps and triceps. Triceps is a great one. Triceps is a great one. Biceps is a good one too. Preacher curls, everything else like that. Dude, that's our 7th spike in one video. Holy smoke, son. Let me see here. It says my latitude is at longitude 0. This is a sucking spawn. It says, should I? Yes, you definitely should put it as a turkey. Let me see. It says, buy crypto, everyone. Bitcoin, EtherX, and everything. It says, anything 2026 bull run started. There you go. It says, can you please shout me out, my friend? Oh, gosh. No, I'm not going to do that one. It says, pull in some viewers. Definitely. I love America. Absolutely. It says, Elos, what's up? Your local ramen. It says, did you see my message? I probably didn't. I probably did not. Yeah, I'm sorry. I missed your message. It says, please say Oliver. What's up, Oliver? Let me see. It says, yo, my fellow American. And what's up? What's up? It says, hey, bro, my brother just fell down the stairs. Is it okay to leave the stream? Yeah, dude, you can leave the stream, dude. Absolutely. You're not held to the stream. Go make sure he's okay, dude. It says, hey, dude, can you help me? I need to lose weight. It says, what's my favorite video game? Video games got to be like Warzone, Fortnite, Madden. Love those types of games. Let me see. It says, how can wake up early during winter? Open your eyes, I guess. So let me see. It says, I will go. Let me see. I will see you at Twitch. All right, that'll work. That'll work. Let me see. It says, watching from prison. That's crazy work. It says, I'm playing that. It says, hi. And this says, hey. It says, never mind. Yo, y'all, I'm not going to lie. I'm fixing to have to call this quits because I'm fixing to have to go over to my grandparents' place. It says, what made you turn to Jesus Christ? Now, that is a good question. I love that question. He saved me from 2 suicide attempts. He saved me from underage smoking. He saved me from a lot. There's a lot of things that turn me to Jesus. Let me see. It says, I changed it to a turkey. We love that. We love that. It says, open your eyes. I'm dead. It says, what's my favorite sport? Definitely got to be basketball. Let me see. What made you a cult member? Definitely not a cult member. It says, hey. It says, I'm 19 and trying to get a mod. You'll get it. It says, he saved you. Yes, he most definitely did. But, y'all, I'm not going to lie, y'all. It says, LeBron. There we go. I'm going to have to call this chat done because this has got to be the most successful chat I have ever had. I've never had 47 likes in a chat. That is crazy work. I'm not going to lie, y'all. Join my Twitch tonight. 7:30 is when it will be. Y'all take care. Y'all have a blessed time. And we will definitely be seeing y'all in the next live. And we will be seeing some of y'all on Twitch tonight. Links in the bio. And check out my description too, y'all. I'd appreciate it, y'all. I hope y'all take care. I hope y'all have a good one. And you'll be on my Twitch. Thank y'all so much for joining in. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying. I know now to do live streams as soon as I get off of work, because that was incredible. It says, let me see. It says, I'll change my name to Brandon the Goat. Bet. Let me see. It says, do I know Stray Kids? Absolutely. Absolutely. From all these people talking. It says, hello from Louisiana. Oh, little close. Little close to where I'm at. We love that. How am I doing today? I'm doing great, man. You caught me at the very end of my live stream. But I will be back in my next one. Y'all take care. Y'all have a blessed time. And we will see y'all in the next one.